Hi, I'm Ren Ferguson from Gibson Montana, and I'm playing one of the new vintage AJs built for Wildwood at their request. What we've done is we've taken the age-old, most iconic flat-top guitar from Gibson's heritage, and what we're doing is we're bringing it to you now in 3 different levels. The first one is the studio. The studio is offered with genuine mahogany back and sides and a Sitka top. We've got this guitar without the binding on the fretboard, which is traditional as that guitar. It has the same appointments on the fretboard and headstock. The body is bound in a similar fashion, has the same fretboard and bridge, pickguard. All the appointments are identical, except, unlike the original, this is in mahogany. Now, this gives us a chance to have a long scale mahogany guitar, which Gibson hasn't traditionally offered. This gives a little more articulate, a little more bite and brightness to the sound, but you still have the warmth and character of mahogany. Guitar also comes at a different price point, so people that are interested in moving into a flat top that has the strength and power of the AJ, but hasn't been able to move up into the classic historic appointments and wants to get started with the guitar right away, this is a choice. It may also be a choice for somebody that likes the warmth of mahogany versus the sound of rosewood, which can be creamy and almost sincere. The sound of the rosewood that we have in the standard here with a red spruce top, this guitar again has all the appointments of the traditional advanced jumbo. What makes a guitar an advanced guitar for Gibson was in 1934 when they originally brought out the original jumbo guitar, which shared the same perimeter shape as this guitar. Those earliest guitars were built with short scale neck. They had a 24 3/4 inch scale. They then brought out the Roy Smeck models, which were the lap models that were played Hawaiian style. They had a big bulky neck, 12 fret to the body, put the bridge back in the center of the plate, opening up a big fat, tremendous sound, increased the body depth. But the size and shape of the body really proved to be the trick for Gibson to compete with its competitors and put out an instrument that was big enough to play in a barn. That's where this type of music was played originally. In the early 30s, you had barn dances happening all over the country. The radio had finally come in. The B-Western was coming of age. We're in the middle of the Depression. People needed a place to gather and get together and find what was good about life, and the barn dance was where it was happening. Much of the music that came from that period was played on traditional instruments like this, and Gibson needed a big-bodied guitar that could project over the voice of a violin, maybe a banjo. Microphones were just in the infancy. People couldn't afford them, so they were playing natural acoustic music. The advanced guitar was designed with a brace that had a much flatter X to it. What we have is my version of the traditional advanced jumbo or advanced jumbo style of X brace. I've looked at dozens and dozens of original guitars and found that all of them were hand built and they varied. We've come up with what is consistently, I guess probably the most traditional sound for the period without having the swing of, I guess, the kind of experimental period of Gibson as they were finding which ones were right and which ones weren't. I did not invent this. However, I'm willing to take credit for it. This puts power in this guitar like you can't believe. The only thing that's not advanced about this guitar is that it's traditional looking. Okay, this is the guitar of your grandfather. The warmth, the color, just everything about this feels comfortable. You want to play this guitar. When you do, it scares you to death. These guitars had a really short life with Gibson. Part of that had to do with the fact that during the Depression, people couldn't afford new instruments often. That whole Dust Bowl era of our country and the recession that followed it for a number of years, the separation between the quality and the price point of guitars got farther and farther and farther apart. And you find that small body guitars, the L1s, L00s, the LOs of the early 30s, the mid 30s, were the guitars that were used in volume, compared to the Advanced Jumbo that kind of just sort of disappeared. And you don't see these guitars reoccurring until I borrowed Gary Burnett's, probably the best guitar I've ever played, original 1937 Advanced Jumbo. Had a chance to literally spend months with that guitar. Did everything, including weigh it. I did everything I could to inspect, identify, and try and categorize what made that guitar work. And having learned all that I could from that instrument in that period of time, I've spent another 21 years trying to get it right every time. Now, I'm really proud of the hands of the people that build these guitars in Montana. This one is the exotic version, and it comes with hand-selected wood, Indian rosewood, that I picked and had machined in India starting about 5 years ago. This exotic wood is available on the entire line of new vintage instruments, but this is the new vintage Advanced Jumbo for Wildwood and for you.